What's up, my beautiful people? Because the world won't fix itself, we're back again with another daily dose of Reddit Hope and Happy to maybe make your life just a little brighter. Going back into r/self-improvement today, so let's get to it. Our first post is from user Matt the Mentor, a good friend of the channel and whose blog I've got a link to in the description. You're the only one who doesn't believe in you. I am way too hard on myself. The smallest mistakes can make me feel terrible. Setting goals and missing them makes me feel like I can't do anything right. This is what it means to be a perfectionist. It doesn't matter that I do a lot of stuff right, it doesn't matter that most of my mistakes are recoverable. All it takes is one to start the vicious cycle of negativity and start hating myself. But what I'm starting to realize is that I'm outnumbered when I feel this way. If you relate to those paragraphs, then I think you are outnumbered too. Here's what I mean. Imagine a room full of the people who have given you support. These are the friends who have cheered you up when you're hurting, the ones who have guided you and given you advice when you felt lost, the ones who told you to keep going when you wanted to quit or didn't believe in yourself. Imagine if you were in that room with them and you took a vote. What if everyone who thought you were a failure raised their hand? Your hand would be the only one up. What about everyone who thought you were a screw-up? Just you. Everyone who thought you always did everything wrong or thought you were worthless? You would be the only one raising your hand. Everyone else in that room disagrees with you. Every kind text they sent you, every supportive phone call, every heart-to-heart conversation was a vote. Every time they were there for you, even in small ways, they were telling you that they thought you were worth something. These are probably people that mean a lot to you. People you look up to, people that you think have their life figured out or are good human beings. And they are all voting for you. They all believe in you. Whenever you're tearing yourself down or criticizing yourself or feeling like a failure, think about them in that room with you. Every single one of them is voting that you are worthwhile and special and valuable. It can be hard to keep this in mind though, so I have a trick. Whenever someone special to me says something kind or thoughtful or caring, I write it down. These are messages which remind me how they see me. When all I can see are my failures, I lean on the people who see me more clearly than I see myself. These are the messages that pick me back up when I can't do it for myself. You say the sweetest things, Matthew. I love you like a brother, and spending time with you is one of life's joys. Thanks for taking the time to talk/walk with me. Can't wait to do it again. Jonathan. I don't think I could have a better business partner and, more importantly, a highly regarded and dear friend. I'm excited to see where life takes us. Wes. You are such a great friend. Thanks for always being so helpful for me. I'm very lucky to have someone like you on my side. Jessica. Hey bruh. Just a quick note to say that I really appreciate our friendship. I wouldn't have had my act together even this much in 2019 without you, Matthew. You've significantly improved the quality of my life. I don't know how to say thank you. Walter. I said it last night, but want to tell you again how proud I am of you and everything you have fought to become. I admire and respect you more than anyone I have ever met. I love you dearly, my son. Love and hugs from my hero, Mom. In my darkest moments, I read those quotes. When I hate myself, when I despise my own mistakes, when I just want to curl up and hide the broken parts of myself. These messages remind me that I am so much more than the distorted reflection I see in my mental mirror. You have messages like these too. They are spread out. They might have been sent months or years ago on different apps and emails and letters and texts. But what if you had all the kindest ones all together in one place? How much would that lift you up, seeing so much love from people you love? I know it can be so hard to stay positive and feel good about yourself. There's so many ways we can mess up and so many pictures of perfect lives and gilded lives on social media. But you are more than your mistakes. You are more than your insecurities and fears. You're more than these toxic feelings, and there are people who believe in you even when you don't. There's people who care about you, and there's people who see the good in you when all you see is darkness. You should lean on them. You should ask for help when you need it and remember that you're not alone. But even if you're not in a place to reach out directly, you can lean on the kind words they've shared with you in the past. Find the messages that really meant something to you. Scroll back and find the times where they showed their support and love, and put all of those messages in one place where you can find them easily. Other people believe in you. Other people want the best for you, and they see something special in you. That's why they've shown you kindness. That's why they've held out a hand to you before. Use those messages to see the good in you. When all you can see is pain and hurt and darkness, let the ones who love you show you who you really are. Further reading, if this message resonated with you, then you might benefit from 2 books that really helped me. Self-Compassion, The Proven Power of Being Kind to Yourself, and Mindset, The New Psychology of Success. I love all of you. Being a human being is really hard, but we can do this together. I hope this helped. Oh man. Matt, I have to say, I love the posts you put up. They're so useful and poignant and powerful, which is why when you put something up, it's hard not to use it. I know I myself have struggled with a perfectionist mindset where if everything's not perfect, then it's all for naught, that everything is just a joke and I may as well quit trying. As stupid as it sounds, it's hard to escape that idea. And it's something I still kind of struggle with to a degree. And so I appreciate this kind of idea, this approach of put everyone who matters to you into a room and hold a vote. I really, really like this idea. Regardless though, I think you're onto something here. And you're right, we need to stop being so perfectionist in the way that we approach things. We need to start being more willing to accept our own mistakes and failures and shortcomings. Unless we do, we're never actually going to grow. So thank you so much for the post, my friend. Wherever you're at, I wish you the best and stay beautiful. Our next post is from user Aaron Panzarella. But first, if you've got your own tips and suggestions on how to overcome a perfectionist mindset, go ahead and share them in the comments. I'd love to hear from you guys. Stop putting so much pressure on yourself. Redefine what it means to be successful and see what unfolds. I wish someone gave me this advice years ago. I feel like we're taught by well-meaning, sometimes, adults that we have to follow a certain path, make decisions at such a young age about who we want to be for the rest of our lives, and have a career path mapped out. I'm here to say that is not how it has to be, despite what you may have been taught. I grew up pretty materialistic. I was raised in an affluent town filled with mostly upper-class people, but I was upper middle class. Anyone would be lucky to have the stuff I had growing up. But I had this overwhelming subconscious belief that I was less than, because on the outside, comparatively to the people I associated myself with, I was on a material scale. My childhood wasn't easy due to hard circumstances, but at the same time, I was very blessed and was afforded opportunities others would kill for. I went to college at 3 different schools and had no debt. I would say I took a lot for granted, and now, looking back, I wish I could slap myself in the face sometimes. I lived a lot more luxuriously when I was younger than I do now. I have a steady job and I really don't ever go without, but I'm not dropping thousands of dollars on shopping sprees, which did happen when I was younger. My mom's way of apologizing to me was taking me shopping. Let me tell you, no amount of money can mend things that can't be bought, like time, trust, compassion, kindness, emotions, fears, grief, whatever. And boy, did I get a very harsh awakening of this that turned out to be one of the most important I've had so far. I got myself into a load of debt in my early 20s. I was purchasing stuff way beyond my means. I was buying 2 packs of cigarettes a day, addicted to Adderall, living on caffeine, and not sleeping more than an hour or 2 a night. I had this idea of success: get a lot of money to buy the stuff you want. This translated in 2 ways: going to school full-time while working a job I hated, and depending on my ex-boyfriend who was going somewhere fast. He was a workaholic and loved every second of it. I needed the boost of Adderall to even be okay with life. It didn't work out very well. I was constantly trying to fill voids with things that would never do the job correctly. I'd buy stuff to feel better. I faked an entire relationship because I didn't think I was as lovable as I was. But I had a boyfriend, I had a job, I was going to a prestigious college. I had friends, more than I ever had in my life. Everything looked great on the outside. All the stuff people could equate with successful. I looked like I had it all on the outside. But I was slowly dying emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and physically. I think that if I had waited to make big life decisions like what I wanted to be when I grew up, or what I prioritized, I wouldn't have gone through such a heavy depression, anxious episodes for years, addiction, and all the relationship drama. I wouldn't give any of it back because I learned so much along the way, and I wanted to pass this along to anyone who feels like they might be lost. We all feel lost sometimes. Life isn't easy. Sometimes it's really tough. Sometimes it knocks you on your butt. But you can get through anything that is thrown your way. Stop putting all this pressure on yourself to have it all figured out. We're never going to have it figured out. That's not how it works. And if it was, there would be absolutely no point in life. You are strong and brave. Living here takes a lot of guts. Leaving your comfort zone takes so much courage. You can do the hard things, and you have to, because the hard things are what help you grow. You have to take responsibility for your life because no one else is going to. But this doesn't have to be some paralyzing thing. It can be fun. It can be beautiful. And yeah, it will be scary, but who cares? We can handle being scared. You're not going to die from taking a leap of faith, but you'll slowly kill yourself each day if you don't try to be the best you possibly can. There's so much to learn and achieve, and none of it is about money or power. It's about love and connection. It's about self-care and compassion for others. Happiness doesn't come from a bank, and it doesn't come from stuff. Money isn't evil, but it's not the point. We can use it to achieve our dreams, but it shouldn't be the dream. Things fade. Stuff gets used and thrown out. But memories, impact, love, those things stick. Focus on that. Focus on loving yourself for the stuff you did when you didn't know better, and work on healing the parts of you that hurt people because you hurt yourself. Meditate for a minute, drink water, get some sun, dance in your house, tell someone you love them, take a chance. These are the things that mean something in the end. These are the things that will make you live a successful life because they will bring you peace. And the power to experience peace lies within us. We hold the keys to our life. Are you going to use them to turn the lock? Or just stare at the unopened door hoping it will magically open? It's up to us. It's up to you. It's up to me. We can do this thing called life in a beautiful way, as long as we believe we can. Well, if ever there was a post to piggyback after the first one, this would be it. OP, I really enjoy the stuff that you put up as well. My gosh, you are such a powerful and prolific writer. And I think you hit a good point here about how we get so caught up in that proverbial trying to keep up with the Joneses and trying to portray the best possible life we can that we do lose sight of what's really important. We do lose sight of what can really get us ahead in life. It doesn't have to be money. It doesn't have to be materialistic things. Because at the end of the day, who cares? Hugh Hefner had a ton of money. That's all he pursued his entire life. Guy was a pornographer and a dirtbag. Same with Larry Flint. Meanwhile, Mother Teresa would give everything she got to the poor to try and help them, along with plenty of other examples. Money will never buy us happiness or respect or anything else. What really matters is who we become as a person. And I appreciate you taking the time to type this out to just remind people of that. So thank you so much for the post. Wherever you're at, I wish you the best and stay beautiful. Our next post is any video in the self-improvement playlist here on your left, or if you want to see the video YouTube thinks is best for you, go ahead and hit that button on the right. Now you guys, stay safe, stay healthy. I will see you all tomorrow. Until then, stay beautiful, people.